Hello.
Good evening, sir. Okay, sir. You can continue, Jyoti. You can continue. Then after Vishwa, Amrut, you can continue. I'm just listening, and you can take the whole interview.
Okay, Divya, good evening.
Good evening.
Okay. As I can see from your CIF, you had a very bright career. Then instead of pursuing academics or any other thing, why you are interested to join civil service?
Not audible clearly. Hello.
Okay, why you are interested to join civil service? Instead of you have a bright career, you could have pursued some academics or any other career. Why you are interested to join Odisha civil service?
In Odisha Civil Service, we get chance to work with the government and in the ground level for the people and direct contact with the we in this service we came direct contact with the people and we can solve the people directly in the ground level, which is not provided by the other service. So that I feel it's a better job opportunity for me, and it also give uh, prestige in the society also as compared to other job.
So you started your career from Saraswati Vidya Mandir, right?
Yes,
What is the concept behind starting the Saraswati Vidya Mandir, and why it is different from other type of school?
it's a private organization for the better education. It's started by Madhav Sadasiv Golwalkar, and it's mainly focused on the cultural and the uh, cultural development of the student, which is lacking behind in other organization.
So you have also mentioned that you are a regular blood donor, right?
Yes,
Okay. Tell me something about what is blood.
blood is the communicative communicating tissue of our body.
What are the components of blood?
Plasma, blood platelet, and WBC, RBC are the component of blood.
What are the benefits associated with donating blood?
As the life cycle of blood is 120 days, if we did not donate the blood, then it will be destroyed after 120 days. So it's better to donate blood so that we can save life of others.
Nice. Tell me something about the history of Revensa College.
Revensa is founded by Lord Thomas Edward Revensa in 1868, who was then the Kotak commissioner. He tried to develop the college so that the education of the Kotak and the surrounding region can be developed.
Okay, you have mentioned also that you also do some social work. What type of social work you generally do?
In our schooling days, we organize the cleanliness activity and the plantation activity, and during the Rath Yatra and Durga Puja, we distribute water to the people. And even during college time, we organize the blood donation camp for the society, and we also teach the underprivileged student in the slum area.
Nice. Okay, I can see from your CV that you have opted for sociology of now. So, can you please tell me about the social action? What is social action?
Social, social,
Social action. Social action.
social action theory,
Yes.
sir. Social
Yes, yes.
action
Social
theory.
action theory. Yes.
Sorry, sir, cannot recall now that theory.
Okay. Tell me something about conflictist theory.
Marx,
Conflict theory of Marx. Theory
conflict
of
theory of
conflict
Marx.
and conflict. Yes. Yes.
Sorry, sir, cannot recall now.
Okay. If you have opted for geography optional also, then can you please tell me the mechanism of monsoon? Mechanism of monsoon.
There are many processes which influence monsoon. Mainly, the monsoon is created due to the low pressure created over the Bay of Bengal region, and that will help for the development of monsoon. Then another factor is the heating of the Tibet Plateau, which also help for the development of monsoon. And the ITCZ, when it's move upward in towards the northern position, this also help in the formation of the monsoon rainfall.
Okay. What is the difference between jet stream and monsoon?
What is the different monsoon and
Jet stream.
jet stream?
Yes.
Jet stream is the upper atmospheric air circulation is called jet stream, and monsoon is the seasonal reversal of the wind. It's called seasonal wind, monsoon, and the jet stream is the upper atmospheric wind.
Okay. Nice. Are you aware about the HDI, Human Development Index?
Sorry, sir. What is
Human Development Index, HDI.
HDI? Yes, sir.
What is the rank of India in HDI?
Sorry, sir. Cannot recall now.
Okay. What are the components of HDI?
There are mainly three components of HDI: the education, health, and employment.
Okay. Please read about it. Another,
Okay, sir.
my last question for you. Suppose you are appointed as a DDA for Tehsildar in a block or Tehsil office. There are chances of communal violence. You got some news regarding that. How do you tackle this situation?
For the short-term measure, we can organize the all community meeting so that we can establish the harmony among the society. But in the long-term basis, we can organize the awareness campaign. We can brought the movie star or any celebrity so that we can spread the message of communal harmony. We can educate the elderly person of the society or those person who are the established person in that society, and spread the message through them so that we can bring the social harmony. We can organize the function of all cultural activity which combine the which organize gather the all the community of the society.
Okay. Thank you, Divya. Sir, you can continue.
Thank
Amrut, you can tell. You can ask.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
So I can see that you have sociology as your optional. But
Yes.
I can see that you did your graduation in zoology, botany, chemistry.
Yes,
So
sir.
what was the reason that you did not choose any of that subject as your optional, but you chose sociology and geography instead?
There are few part of the zoology and botany which I feel is difficult for me to understand and memorize. But when I go through the syllabus and the previous year question of sociology, I found it more interesting and more easier as compared to zoology and botany. So I opted sociology is my optional as compared to botany and zoology.
Okay. Uh, do you think sociology can, the optional, whatever you studied, can help you in your service?
Yes, sir. There is many part of the sociology, like the social problem or the social issue, which is the core of the every society. If we read about the social issue, which we read in the sociology, we can read better in the betterly solve the social problem of the society. Even we read about the tribal issue and tribal problem, like tribal council policy of Nehru. These we can implement in the tribal society for the development of the tribal. Even the we read about the education and the economic system of the society, which can be help for the policy formulation in government.
Okay, so have you read about Marxism?
Yes, sir.
Do you think there is any practical application of Marxism in our current society, Indian society? If yes, then how?
Yes,
If no, then why?
to the some extent, Marx is relevant in our society. Like when Marx talked about the conflict or alienation in the industrial society, these are still relevant. Like the in the industrial society, the alienation is still there, and if we know why the alienation is caused, so that we can solve the problem of the industrial worker.
Okay. What about capitalism? Do you think there is any practical application of that?
To the some extent, it's applicable in India, but not up to the 100% applicable in India.
Okay. So you have mentioned that your extracurricular activity include teaching underprivileged students. So what have you done so far?
During my graduation time, even during my school time, we used to go to the slum area and teach the underprivileged student, and even help them with the material like books and uh, other materials.
So what after getting into service, so what do you think you can do extra in social field?
In social field, I can even assure those people those don't have any source of income or livelihood. I can assure that how can they will get the government scheme, or they as they don't know about the government scheme or the government benefit for them. I can assure the government benefit will be reached to them in the ground level.
Okay, but nowadays more or less people are informed. You can see that situation in ground level. What can you do like extra other than the government schemes? Because you have, if you get into service, then you will have to do that. That is not like you have an option or choice. What can you do extra other than that?
Sorry, sir, cannot.
Okay.
Sir, what can be the answer, sir?
Last,
You can mention.
at last, we will be like telling you.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you have more question?
Uh, yes, sir. You please take over.
Okay. Why you choose IGNO rather than the normal university?
Sir, I joined the IGNOU during the COVID time, where at that time the physical classroom, attending the physical classroom is not possible. So that I joined the IGNOU so that I can do my master in distance and only attending the exam for the physically exam.
Means 2000 after 2016. After 2016, you joined IGNO.
Yes, sir, I joined in 2021.
Year of passing from the Evansville University 2016,
Yes,
and
sir.
you joined IGNO in which year? 2020,
21.
21.
Yes,
In
sir.
between, what did you do?
Sir, I am preparing for civil service and other competitive exam.
Okay, so since 2016 till 2021, you
20.
didn't
Yes,
do
sir.
anything, just prepare.
Yes, sir. Even
Okay,
I teaching the student for my livelihood.
okay, good. You are originally from which district?
Kalahandi district,
Kalahandi.
which is located in the western part of Odisha,
Okay.
bordering
You may
Chhattisgarh.
have experienced both Kalahandi and Kotak. What is the difference you get from the society level, at a geographic level, or at a societal level, at a great like large scale? If I will ask, what is the difference you get from that perspective?
Cuttack is the coastal district, so the temperature and the rainfall pattern is different from the Kalahandi district. Cuttack has a average minimum or maximum temperature, whereas in Kalahandi it's the extreme kind of temperature. In the summer it goes up to the 45, 46 degree temperature, and in the winter it goes up to the -4 degrees Celsius also. And the rainfall pattern is so variable in the Kalahandi district, so the mainly Kalahandi experience the drought in major part of the year, but whereas in Cuttack it get maximum rainfall from the monsoon season. And if we consider the employment opportunity, there are many industry and many opportunity in the Cuttack district where as compared to the Kalahandi district. Kalahandi mainly depend on the agriculture, and there is no industry, major industry in Kalahandi district. Even the irrigation facility is low in Kalahandi because there is only Indravati hydroelectric project which provide the canal facility, which is up to only 20 to 30% of part of the Kalahandi. Whereas in Cuttack district, mainly the canal facility and the irrigation facility extensively provided due to the location of the Cuttack, which is bounded by Mahanadi River.
Okay. Do you feel any type of there is a in Western Odisha there is a talk like most of the developmental works goes into coastal area. Do you feel the same, or do you feel it's different? There is a difference, or in between talks and the act or the
Yes, sir.
certificate.
In comparison of if we compare the development activity, then the coastal region is more developed as compared to the western district. Like mainly because of the communication problem and the issue of the Maoist is more rampant in the western Odisha. So the development process is not as compared to the coastal district. They are
How
lacking
can you
behind
like
in development.
being a optional geography optional guy? How can you tackle this regional imbalance?
For the
What
regional
can be done?
imbalance, there is a different scheme of government are still running, like the Western Odisha Development Council are there, KBK District Special Fund is there, even the government implementing the medical college, like in Kalahandi, there newly medical college was established in the name of Rendomach Medical College, and a new rail project are also going on in Kalahandi district. So these are the futuristic project which can be implemented, and this will be led to the development of Kalahandi in future.
Is there any other problem in Kalahandi is experiencing?
Yes, sir. Employment is a major problem because there is a huge out migration of labor because there is no skill development of the youth, and the literacy level also low. So the youths are going outside of the district for the employment. And there is another problem is there is many recruitment of teacher and the doctors, but they are not interested to come towards interior of the district, mainly due to the communication issue, and there is no proper road are there, and mainly the Maoist issue. These are the factors which prevent them, the doctors and the teachers, to come inside the district.
Okay. What is
Sir, I
urban
have
sprawl?
Urban sprawl,
Huh, sprawl.
the expansion of a city or the expansion of a village toward the city is called urban sprawl.
Okay. What is geomagnetism?
Sorry, sir, cannot recall now.
Geomagnetism. What is geomagnetism?
The magnetic field of Earth is called geomagnetism.
Okay. What is multi-level planning?
Multi-level planning is the planning from the stepwise manner, like in the national level, central government; in the state level, state government; then below the state government, it's the district level; then Panchayat Samiti, and then our Gram Panchayat. It's called multi-level planning.
Okay. Okay. And another.
Sir, I have some
Well,
questions,
that's
sir.
yes. We can ask.
Okay, Divya, as you belong to Kalahandi district, I came to know. Can you please define the name Kalahandi?
Can sir?
Please define the name Kalahandi.
Name Kalahandi came from the old name Karunda Mandala. Karunda means the precious metal is called Karunda, and the Mandala means area. From that Karunda Mandala, name Kalahandi is came. Even some other people are saying that the black soil, black cotton producing soil present in the Kalahandi, from that name, the Kalahandi name is also came.
Okay, nice. Can you please tell me something about the culture of Kalahandi?
The Ma Manikeswari is the major goddesses of Kalahandi, and the Chhata Jatra of Ma Manikeswari is famous in Kalahandi. Even the Ghumra dance is also famous in Kalahandi, and the Rosarkeli Dalkhai dance are also famous in Kalahandi.
Regarding the food culture, food
Sir,
culture, food culture.
food.
ଖାଇବା
ହଁ
ଖାଇବା କଥା ଯେ ଖାଇବା ପିଇବା ସେମିତି କେମିତି ସିନା କଳାହାଣ୍ଡିରେ
what is
ଖାଇବା
food culture?
ଖାଇବା ହଁ ତାର କଣ ଡିଫରେଣ୍ଟ ଅଷ୍ଟନ ଓଡ଼ିଶାରୁ ଡିଫରେଣ୍ଟ ନା ସେମ୍ ଟାଇପର ଖାଇବା?
There is no specific. Now the millet mission is so hugely implemented in Kalahandi because the millet production is very good in Kalahandi, which is also called as superfood. As Odisha government is promoting the millet mission, so it's also implemented in Kalahandi.
Are you aware about the nutritional benefit of millet? What are the nutrition especially present
Yes,
in
sir.
the Indian millet?
It's the more nutrition than other food, but specific composition is not known.
Okay. Suppose you get selected in civil services, Odisha civil service. What contribution you are going to do for the millet mission?
Cannot recall. Sir. Sir, can you
Okay.
repeat?
What contribution would you like to do for the Odisha millet mission?
We can expand the millet mission in the tribal region, so that the like the situation like Nagada will not repeat in future. We can provide millet to the tribal region and the underprivileged and disadvantaged groups, and the girl, majorly the adolescent girl or the pregnant woman, so that the health of this person can be improved, as it's more nutrition as compared to other food.
Nice. Okay. Divya, you might be aware about the issue of Dana Maji,
Yes, sir.
which is not only Odisha, it also took the heart of India. So what
Yes.
led Dana Maji to carry the body of his
He
better half?
carried his wife's dead body up to 10 kilometers from the district headquarters hospital to his village.
What led him to do this? Did this?
What? Sir?
What
What
led
are
him?
the situation made him bound to carry the dead body of his missus? Who are the responsible person, or only the Dana Maji is the responsible person?
Mainly the district administration and some the lower employment, lower level employee, those who are ignored the issue, and because of that the incident happened took place.
Okay, suppose you are going to be posted to video in some of the part of
Yes, sir.
Kalahandi. What are
Sir?
the things you are suppose
You are not
Kalahandi,
properly audible.
then what are the things you are going to do so that the issue like Dana Maji will not happen in future? How you will ensure that?
We can promote the awareness campaign in the locality, and the in majorly the
Hello?
tribal people or the other people, those who are came to the district headquarters, so that they can aware about their rights and the government scheme, and they can took the benefit of that, and we can ensure the public grievance cell, so that people can be access to that public grievance cell if there are any issue, felt any issue.
Okay. This your interview is over. Will be like you if you have any question you can ask. We'll be evaluating it. Do you
Sir,
want to ask?
आपको एरिया सर हॉबी उपरू आउ किछि पचासन जदि क्रिकेट थिला
हाँ हाँ ମୁଁ ପଚାରୁଛି
No, like it's over because people like other people are also there. ଆମେ actually
ହଁ, ଠିକ।
ଦେଖ actually in every
ହଁ।
we have asked you personally on other session also same
ହଁ,
question. So be prepared on that. We'll be reviewing your interview on basis of this question, like this question, whatever question we have asked, and on basis of hobby you have been asked on the voluntary work, social work, not on cricket. प्रिपेयर ହେଇକି ଆସିଥିଲେ କି?
ହଁ କ୍ରିକେଟ ବି ପ୍ରିପେୟାର ହେଇକି ଆସିଥିଲେ ସାର୍।
ଓକେ ଦିସ୍ ଓକେ ପ୍ରିପେୟାର ହେଇକି
ସାର୍ ଆଉ
ଆସିବ
କିଛି କଣ
ଇନଡାଇରେକ୍ଟଲି ଦେଖ ପ୍ରିପେୟାର ଯେତେ ବି ହେଲେ ଇଫ ଆଇ କ୍ୟାନ୍ ଆସ୍କ ଲାଇକ୍ who is the currently best player in women cricket last women cricket ରେ ତମକୁ ପଚାରିଛି ତମେ କଣ ଜାଣିଛ?
ସ୍ମୃତି ମନ୍ଦନା ମିସ୍ ସ୍ମୃତି ମନ୍ଦନା।
Okay. Okay, let's we'll be evaluating yours. From my side,
ସାର୍ କିଛି
what I get from
ଆଉ କିଛି
yours,
ଆଡଭାଇସ୍ ସାର୍ କୋଉ ଏରିଆକୁ ଫୋକସ୍ କରିବା କଥା କୋଉ ଏରିଆ
ନିଶ୍ଚିତ
ଇମ୍ପ୍ରୁଭମେଣ୍ଟ ଦରକାର?
ନିଶ୍ଚିତ ଏଇ ଜିନିଷଟା ତ କୁହାହଉଛି will be evaluating your
Okay,
whole interview. From my
okay, sir.
side, I'll be giving suggestion. As you have been gone through all the topics, you are speaking too much on that particular topic. You need not to like. I am just asking you, what is the reason? Means you need to point out the headline, not discuss in a much elaborated manner. If I'll be asking you why, then it is okay. If I'm asking you what is the point, then you need to be specific regarding that.
Okay, sir.
And what I get from your conversation that you just starting suddenly means when the question ends you start just take a 1-2 second break then start. It will be like it will be looking organic, more organic rather than more like you have been mocked, like it will be looking like you have mocked this answer, so you are speaking fluent. Another thing, one question I have asked, like, what can you do for regional imbalance? You told that government is doing, but actually I was asking, what can you do? So you can tell that although government is doing that thing, I'll be focusing. If I'll be given chance, then I'll be focusing on that area. Means the question was different. You gave the answer differently. It's like man's question. You are writing a different answer on the specific question. And IGNO, on the basis of IGNO, you haven't mentioned 2019. You have joined from 2021 to till continuing. You haven't mentioned. In between, you have to be specified why you joined again IGNO. It can be asked why you means you didn't continue the education after 2016. Then now you want to join. You can make answer to that question. And this is this is the advice from my side, and others can continue.
Okay, Divya, feedback from my
Yes,
side.
sir.
You are a good potential candidate. You are confident enough also. You have sound knowledge too, but in few cases, you need to be very specific. You have to change your voice modulation little bit. You have to speak little slower. Then you have to listen the question attentively. Then only you have to, after doing pause for few seconds, then only start of the advice. You should answer.
Okay, sir.
The most vital question you are going to get is why the gap after 2016 to 2023 still you are not settled yourself. You are still struggling to do something. So
Sir,
it
I
is a
am
very long.
in that period I continue to teach students for my
But you have
livelihood.
not got any government job or any other. If you are pursuing
No, sir, no government job, no
yes.
formal job, sir.
So you have to yes, you have to convince that. Another thing, why OCS? That also answer is not convincing. Little changes you need to do beyond that. Because all
Sir,
services.
what could be the answer for that? Why OCS?
It is person specific. Okay. In your cases, I think you can say this is the best career opportunity providing, and the prestige issue you told also that also you can say. Diversified job. It is a diversified job. You can, after pursuing your career, also you can do simultaneously some social services. Like you can work for the people in the civil service. Civil service is the most coveted job you can say like. So I am interested to join. Just like you can make some more points on this. Another thing, when I asked question regarding sociology, initially you felt difficult to answer the question. So they may ask you some questions regarding the Marxist theory, the functionalist theory, constructivist theory, the social action. Such type of answer you will need to prepare.
Yes, sir.
Geography you are very strong. I think geography you are very strong. Very few people are going to give answer like this. You are really prepared well. So I'll suggest don't give answer immediately. Pause for few seconds. Then speak slowly because senior people are sitting there. They might not be clearly listen to you. So take care of that matter only. Neither you are
Yes, sir.
good candidate. When is your interview?
18th, second half.
Okay, today is 14th, I think.
Yes, sir.
Okay, still there are some times you should brush up some current affairs issue. Especially Kalahandi, you prepare for Kalahandi. You can give more answer. I could have
Yes, sir.
asked regarding Kalahandi, but culture especially you have to reply like that. You are very much interested in your district, not like you are just giving the superficial answer. That Kalahandi
Yes, sir.
culture of Kalahandi is very rich culture, so you should say like this Kalahandi. Okay, all the best.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
I would like to say the same things that be relaxed a bit because you are like you seem like you are anxious to answer the questions. Just take a moment and then answer slowly. And again, also the same thing that revise the sociology part a bit. Because since
Yes,
you
sir.
have optional in sociology, also you are continuing at IGNOU in sociology, so you are likely to get more questions from sociology. So you
Yes,
need
sir.
to revise that. And that's it from me.
Okay, sir.
Out of 90, I'll be providing you 60. This is like my view because you like because of my condition that you didn't, you seems to be more anxious and didn't. You are like you skip the main question like whatever the question I have asked. What can you do on that regard? Second thing, so it is 60% like 66%. So I am giving it as like normal, good to average, good to excellent level. It was good, but like considering the few mistake you have done, you will be
Yes, sir.
getting 66. So out of 90, I'm asking like giving you 60. Jyoti
Out of
and
80, yes, out of 80, I am giving you 55 with the hope that you are going to read more about sociology and the other current affairs.
Okay, sir. I will improve that.
Okay, okay, all the best.
Amrut, you can also allocate the out of 80.
Yeah. Out of 80, I'll give you same 55. But you are already quite good. That just you need to improve a bit. So I'm sure you can do it good in interview. All the best.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, all the best. If you have any more question, you can ask now, or otherwise you can ask later.
No, sir. No question.
Okay, you can leave.
Okay,
Pramod,
sir. Thank you,
you
sir.
can join us now. Yes, yes. Pramod Kumar, please. You can join now.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm good, sir.
You have changed your hobby,
Yes, sir. I will keep only one, that is cycling.
cycling. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Cycling. I'm just going through your. In between 2014 and 2018, 2016.
16, sir.
16 means 2 year gap. Like, like what we are doing, what you are
Sir,
doing it in.
I was preparing for competitive exam. I was searching for the job.
Okay, searching for that. Now, why wants to join OCS?
Civil service, sir. I have same priority for all the services, but I have chosen Odisha Finance Service Sir, honestly, I will speak. Sir, I have no any financial learning experience in academic, but I have 2 years of uh, investment experience. That's why due to the investment in stock market, I have grown in interest in finance, and I have keep vigilant about knowing the finance related news and current affairs, what is happening in the global and national events. That's why I grew interest in finances. So I have chosen finance service as the priority, my first priority.
Okay. As you told, like you have an interest in finance stock market. The second question, like why nowadays the stock market is booming? Means this year.
Sir, Indian market is, as compared to global other country, India is doing good. Its trade with the other countries in good condition, and GDP is good as compared to the what inflation or recession is happening around the other country in the world.
And this is the major reason, or is there any other reason also?
Sir, India's GDP is doing great.
Okay. You are telling that as India's GDP is growing at a faster rate, then people are more investing on India's perspective.
Sir.
Is there any contribution of demographic dividend and the population growth in India to the Indian market, stock market?
Yes, sir. India has around 60% of youth population. That proves that India has a strong demographic dividend. The youth also making strong contribution toward the boosting the Indian economy.
Okay. What type of trade you make?
Sir, majorly long-term trading, long-term investment, and very few I have tried for the intraday trading.
Okay. Who is your inspiration in that perspective?
Sir, Warren Buffett, and in Indian concept, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala.
Okay. In what is the concept you have? Like, what are the concept that inspired you from the Warren Buffett perspective, or Warren Buffett?
Sir, if a person can't make money during the sleeping, then he is doing something wrong with him.
Okay, this is a quote from his. What have you contributed from your? What have you contributed to the society after becoming an SI in your like superintendent police? After getting into the employment, what have you done for the society?
So currently, I am working as a fingerprint expert. That is designation is fingerprint sub inspector. Currently, I am expert now. So basically, we visit to scene of crime. Generally, what major thing is happening in the society, like murder, major murder cases, or theft, burglary. So we visit scene of crime and we search for the clue material. Like I have the duty of collection of chance print, we call fingerprint. Fingerprint that we call chance print in the scene of crime.
Okay.
Then we collect it and search in the database and trace
Okay,
in
got
the
it.
database.
Okay. What is urban sprawl?
Sir, urban sprawl is the increasing number of people in the cities area. That is called urban sprawling.
Increasing
Population in the city.
Okay. What is now? As per Köppen classification, Indian climate is torn rise. As per Köppen classification, Indian climate is torn rise.
Sorry, sir, I can't able to reply.
As per Köppen classification, Koppen has classified the climate
Yes.
of whole world. As per him, what type of climate he has allocated or who has taught to India?
Sorry, sir, I can't able to recall.
What is multi-level planning?
Multi-level planning is the planning that happening in all the level of government sector, like in the center, state, district level, village level, like panchayati level. So,
Odisha government has implemented its own Panchayat Raj system in which year?
sorry, sir, I can't able to recall.
Okay. Now government has been implementing new scheme. One of the scheme is Ama Pokhari. What is the what is the scheme aspiring? What is the scheme is aspiring?
Sir, Amapokhari basically the rejuvenation program of pond in the urban cities for the recreation activities or for the aesthetic value. So,
One last question from my side. One situation based question. Mm, you being appointed as a Odisha Finance Service, and any of your earlier colleague, like in office, asked you some advice, some suggestion, or some relax in the norms. Means they ask you for some benefits. Then what can you do?
sir, first of all, I would like to act according to rule and regulation. If he is doing or begging something, I will try to be follow rule and regulations without being impartial. I will talk to him about what the different kind of financial irregularity, and I will convince him to not to do such kind of activity.
Okay, that's it from my side. I am telling Jyoti.
Good evening, sir.
Very good evening, Pramod.
Sir.
Okay, you started with schooling from Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya, right?
Sir.
What is the concept behind Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya? Why government started the Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya?
Sir, it is a kind of initiative of during the Rajiv Gandhi, when Rajiv Gandhi was PM, that initiative was taken to uplift the academic condition of poor people, SC/ST people are living in the remote area of the society.
What kind of opportunity it provides?
Sir, it is Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya is kind of a boarding school that gives the academic provision from the 6th class to 12th class with free academic sessions with all kind of fooding facilities along with all the uniform and all the toiletry items with free of cost.
Okay, Mr. Pramod, now you are working as a fingerprint inspector.
Okay, Jyoti,
Okay, sir.
Amrut will be asking for now. He has to go for hostel meal and he will be coming. So just give him and he will be asking and he will be telling his perspective. Then after you will be coming.
Okay.
Yeah. Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. So you have been working since last, I think, 7 years, almost.
Sir.
So now you are shifting career to civil services. So do you think
Sir.
your past?
Sorry.
If you get in finance service.
Sorry, sir. Last.
You are not audible. You like some words missed.
Actually, I'm having some network issues here. Uh,
Okay, you can
Hello.
continue if
Am I
it is. Yes, you are audible.
Yeah. I was asking that you have been in service in as working as fingerprint sub inspector since last 7 years. So now you want to join finance service. So do you think your past experience service experience can help you in when you join in finance service?
Yeah, service experience actually, sir. I'm kind of professional.
Yes.
Uh, but in finance sector, I will say I have experience in investment. So I have a kind of interest in the finance sector. I want to explore the Odisha finance service, and I want to want to get to know about the finances uh, after joining the service.
Okay. So you have mentioned your hobby is cycling.
Sir,
So do you take part in marathons or just normal hobby like in your free time?
just normal hobbies.
Okay. Sociology are optional, right?
Sir.
Uh, yeah. What do you think of nuclear? What is nuclear family and what is your opinion on it?
Nuclear family are sir, just single family having father, mother, and son. And advantage I will say they nuclear family have the privacy, good decision making ability. They are independent and flexible.
Okay, so what are the disadvantages?
This another they sir they stay away from culture. Sometimes responsibility uh, they have actually lot of responsibility with them.
Okay, so if given option of what type of family will you choose to be in? Nuclear family, or joint family.
Sir, if I'm having nuclear family, so but I actually try to connect with the my roots, the having my father, mother. So there should be a balance between the family, both having nuclear and joint family. I should have the balance. If I'm working, so I have to stay away from the family and living in the city. So I would prefer balance.
Okay. Uh, do you think there is a gender gap in workplace in Odisha?
Gender gap, sir, gender gap exists if I would say in police department, but now as compared to whatever the seat allocation for the women are given, actually women also joining as same as compared to the male member. Though we have the sex ratio, Odisha has a good female sex ratio, even better than male. So actually, women are joining the workforce. I will not say gender gap, but women are actually participating in society, in any job or in any kind of activity.
Hmm. So do you think government needs to work more in this respect, or is it enough whatever the government is doing?
Government is doing enough, sir. Actually, women are participating in job fair or other economical activity also.
Okay, anything that can be done more to improve this ratio?
Women should get
What is your
more.
suggestion or opinion on it?
Women should be more aware about the what schemes like the, I would say women empowerment also going on. So actually, women should be more aware about that, all the schemes related of the government, and they should participate.
Okay. So other office you have like removed them, right?
Sorry, sir.
Yes, yes. He is only cycling. Is hobby. You have opted only cycling as your
Okay.
hobby, right?
Sir.
Hello.
Yes,
Sir.
Hello. Am I audible?
yes, sorry.
Yes, sir.
Sometime you are thinking, I
So
think you are missing. So
and I think there is a voice delay or something.
okay.
Okay. So my
The last.
next question is hello.
Yes.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, what do you think about the Durkheim's sociology of thought?
Sir, Durkheim sociology of thought is kind of functional. It's depend upon what a person is do. According to that, what a person do in the society, according to that, the person will get. I would say, if a poor is a poor because he is doing nothing. If a rich person is richer, then he is doing enough and is struggling for the income source, then he is becoming richer. So it's depend upon the what he is doing. So Durkheim is focused on this functionally, a person's what kind of function is doing in society.
Hello.
Yes. Your audio is lacking, I think. You can conclude from your side and you can give the marks if you like. You are leaving now. That's why.
Hello.
Yes, yes.
Sir.
Yes, you are audible. You can. You are leaving now. That's why you can give the marks that you want.
Actually, I think there was okay. Actually, I could not hear your last answer. I think there was some issue, I think, but I would like to give 50 out of 80. I think you need to work on the question that like the application based questions bit more. Your knowledge about sociology, I think it's good, but you need to work more like the analytical questions. That's why.
Sure.
Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes. You are audible.
Yes.
So good night.
So,
I'll like to
yes,
leave now.
you can. Yes, yes,
I'm
yes.
not sure if. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, okay. If you can.
Okay, so shall I start?
Yes, yes.
Sorry.
Okay, Mr. Pramod, you are already there in the police services since
Yes, sir.
2016.
Sir.
Now, why you don't want to join Odisha Finance Service instead of joining civil services like Odisha Administrative Service or Odisha Police Service? Are you going away from some responsibility? Are you already fed up with the police services you have already done for 6 or 7 years?
Uh, I have the same priority for the all services, but I have chosen finance service because I have actually interest on the finance things.
What type
I
of
have,
finance are you interested in?
sir, as I told, in last 2 years, I am investing in stock market. So that's why I have to be vigilant about the what the finance news is, what is happening around the global and national events. So we focus on that finance news. So a kind of interest I have grown. That's why I have chosen the finance service.
Then
You might be aware about what are the position you are going to handle after joining the Indian Odisha Finance Service.
Sure. Sir,
Okay, tell
first
me.
is uh, GST officer, first GST officer, then the treasury officer, then auditor, sir.
Okay. As a treasury officer, as a auditor, as a treasury, that GST officer, how do
Yes,
you utilize your investment knowledge in that?
Sir, in during investment also, we see the profit loss statement, the balance sheet of a company before investing in any company. So we have kind of scrutiny we do. In the GST officer, I can verify all the stuff and scrutinize all the details before passing any bills during any when I'm getting any kind of bills. So I can scrutinize and pass.
You have to collect GST tax. You have to stop leakages. As a treasury officer, you have to pass certain bills. You have to take care of the account. So your investment knowledge will have, I think, very little effect in this finance service. Investment is a different thing. That you are not going to get any scope in investment in this or this service. So how do you believe that you are going to justify the job? You are only interested in investment.
Sir, I am saying that I have grown interest in finance due to investment. So maybe the investment knowledge not gone helping in the department, but I have a kind of interest. I have seen balance sheet, profit and statement. So I have kind of experience in the finance related things. So being an OFS, I can have that kind of focus of any to vigilant about the finance irregularity of any institutions. And while the treasury officer, I can easily scrutinize any bills. So it can help, I think.
Okay. You mentioned that you have knowledge about balance sheet. Please define balance sheet. What are the components of balance sheet?
Sir, actually, I have no deep knowledge, but I can say that the balance sheet is having a profit loss statement.
Okay, you have already mentioned that cycling is your hobby.
Sir.
How many hours of cycling you do on regular basis?
Sir, generally in the evening, I used to go for cycling. For it is kind of a space buster, and it gives me a kind of keeps me physically fit. So around half an hour to 1 hour, I am used to cycling.
Are you aware about the? Okay. Are you aware about the calorie burn during cycling in an hour?
Sorry, sir, can't able to get it.
How much calorie do you burn while cycling per hour? Per hour calculate.
Sir, just estimate around 400 to 500
calorie in an hour. In 1 hour, how much calorie you use to burn in cycling?
Sir, I have no actually well idea, but I can say it is around 500 calories.
Your optional is sociology.
Sure.
Tell me something about generation gap.
Generation gap, sir. Generation gap is the age gap between a child and the old age persons. And though the new civilization is coming up, so generally the age gap is called generation gap.
What is social mobility?
Social mobility is the kind of mobility that from lower strata, one person is moving to upper strata, or even from a person of higher strata is moving to lower strata. That is called social mobility in a social stratification or hierarchy.
What are the type of social mobility there? Different kind of mobility.
Sir, upward mobility and upward mobility, downward mobility, vertical mobility, or downward mobility.
What is Sanskritization?
Sanskritization is a process in which a person copy or try to copy a higher caste culture or their values, so they can upgrade their culture. So basically, lower strata people follow the higher strata people. That is called Sanskritization.
What is El Nino?
Sir, El Nino is kind of a phenomena, weather phenomena in the tropical region. Generally, the Peru one current has to travel to the Australian side, but due to the low pressure gradient in the air, so it can't able to move to the Australian side. So that's why low pressure can't develop in the Australian side. So there is the situation creates no rain in the Indian region.
But are you aware about the Bharatmala project?
Yes, sir.
Tell me something about Bharatmala project.
Bharatmala. Sorry, sir, I have knowledge, but I can't able to recall now.
Okay, tell me something about continental drift theory.
Continental drift is a situation, sir, in which a continent usually drifts world is constituted of around 7 plates. So usually with the time interval, the continent gets drifted, and
Okay, tell me.
sorry, sir, I'm
Okay, Mr. Pramod, urban flood is a nowadays a common phenomenon.
sir.
So suppose you are going to be posted as an executive officer of a municipality. Suppose you are not going to get OSS and got in ORS or OA, then you are going to get posted as an executive officer in municipality. What are the things you are going to do as a precaution to control urban flood?
Sir, urban sprawl, generally the population gets higher population in the city area. Being an executive officer, I will actually try to extend the area of a city. The periphery area.
Not urban flood. Urban flood.
Urban flood.
Flood.
Sorry, sir. For the urban flood, I will say work upon the drainage area especially. Most of in the city area, we see most of the garbage are being thrown in the so in the drain area. So first of all, before the any rainy seasons, I try to clean all the drainage to clear the pathway, the water, to avoid any kind of urban flood.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. The suggestion will be what I felt from your CIF is that you have you are doing a job as a SI and simultaneously you are doing investing and you want to aspire for Odisha Finance Service. So there is a dilemma. You need to be clear on that regard. So till now you are not that much clear about your profession or what you want to do exactly. You are not able to produce yourself in a presentable way. This is missing. मीन्स एक्चुअली किसी क्वेश्चन आम पचार जोटा कि इनडायरेक्टली डायरेक्टली जमीती कि ज्योति सर हैज आस्क्ड मेनी क्वेश्चन रिगार्डिंग हाउ यू कैन यूटिलाइज इन्वेस्टिंग इन्वेस्टिंग पूर्व तुम आफ्टर एसआई गवर्नमेंट रही गवर्नमेंट एक्सपीरियंस को केमिति बेटर कि तुम जोटा जोटा लेखा है सेटा को तुम तो इन्वेस्टिंग कहने लेखी ना हो पर्यंत यू हैवंट मेंशन एनीवेयर इन्वेस्टिंग यू आर डूइंग इन्वेस्टिंग so you need to be present a good answer on with respect to that in police officer investor now you are getting much money I think from the investing that's why you are much interested and how you can utilize this like investing thing into the job it should be justified otherwise the duality rohuchi mo joda dilemma rohibo jo question guda kare value system changes he jo value system change hele इभालुएशन मान को डायरेक्टली इभालुएटर जो माने दोज आर इन द बोर्ड दे विल सडनली माने ग्रेड हिसाब रे कर देबे कि हां हां एमती माने एक्चुअली व्हाटएवर ही हैज रिटन ही इज स्पीकिंग डिफरेंटली और ही इज आस्पिरिंग डिफरेंटली तो क्लियर हवा दरकार कि व्हाट यू वांट टू डू एग्जैक्टली सेटा गुटे मेजर आ गुटे से जगह रे जेमती कि कहली अर्बन जोटा कि कोड हमको कहथि अर्बन स्क्रॉल कहथि ना कोन पचारथि जोटा कि रिलेटेड टू अर्बन ग्रोथ सेमिति कोन गोटे टर्म ता एक्चुअली यू डिडंट आंसर प्रॉपर्ली बट यू सडनली आंसर रॉन्ग आंसर एक्चुअली रॉन्ग आंसर सडनली कहि देला चेष्टा करिवो इफ यू डोंट नो जस्ट बी हम और सेमिति कहि दो कि एक्चुअली आई डोंट नो आई इफ आई कैन गेस दैट विल बी द आंसर सेमिति कहि परियो किछि किछि जगह रे तो ओवरऑल यू हैव बीन प्रिपेयरिंग आई थिंक प्रिपेयर करिछ माने निश्चित तमे जोडे ग्राउंड जान लेथियो बा बेसिक जानथियो किंतु प्रेजेंटेबल वे रे कहो तमे जोटा कि मोस्टली आई विल बी गिविंग यू जेमिति कि आउट ऑफ 90 आई विल बी गिविंग यू 55 or 55 I will be giving because you have been preparing but जोटा कि स्टैंड डुअलिटी किछि जगह रहउची किछि आंसर रे तमे आंसर ठीक भाव देई न पारिलो सेटा होची मोर जोटा कि इशू रहउची कि आई विल बी गिविंग 55 आउट ऑफ 90
Okay, from my suggestion, my side, प्रमोद सर जो सजेशन गुड़ा देले तुमको बहुत क्लैरिटी आनिबार अछि जे व्हाई यू वांट टू जॉइन सिविल सर्विस एंड व्हाई वेयर द स्पेशल जो तुम ऑलरेडी पुलिस सर्विस रे अछो पुलिस सर्विस तुमको निहाती भाबले भल लागुनी बोली तो जणा पड़ी जाय ता संगे संगे एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन भी भल लागुनी बोली तुमको जणा पड़ी तुम गोटे भल आंसर टे चूज करो जे व्हाई यू वांट टू जॉइन फाइनेंस सर्विस
ओके सर
ना तमें ही जानी थी आम तो कही पार बट सजेसन सार भी नहीं मु भी कहूँ तार गोटे भल आंसर टे तुम बाछिकी कह है
सर आंसर पहले एक्चुअली ट्रेडिंग रे इंटरेस्ट फाइनेंस प्रति मते इच्छा अछि एक्चुअली इटा ऑनेस्ट
आमे सजेशन हिसाब रे कहूछु देखो इन्वेस्टिंग करूछो सेटा तो एक्चुअली पर्सनल जानि छै कि पर्सनल इंटरेस्ट अछि सेटा को एते डोमिनेट करिवनी इन एवरी आंसर यू टोल्ड अबाउट द इन्वेस्टिंग आई हैव बीन इन्वेस्टिंग सो आई वांट टू गेट इनटू ओडिसा फाइनेंस सर्विस रे से गवर्नमेंट तो इन्वेस्टिंग करिवन ना इनडायरेक्टली यू नीड टू यूटिलाइज द एक्सपीरियंस फ्रॉम द गवर्नमेंट सेक्टर तो एक्चुअली सही क्षेत्र किछि कहि पारथान तो रिसेंटली कहि पारे मोस्टली हम कहबो डोमिनेट कर एक्चुअली तो पुलिस जॉबटा यू हैव बीन लाइक डिसिप्लिन इन योर पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट एंड यू वांट टू डाइवर्सिफाई योर एक्टिविटी इनटू ओडिसा सिविल सर्विस समिति कहि परियो सेटा बेटर आंसर रहइबो कि मु डाइवर्सी करबा चाहू छी मु खाली स्टिक होबा चाहूनी कि पुलिस रे सेगमेंट रे काम न करी कि अलगा सेगमेंट रे भी काम करियो को मु इच्छुक सेटा गोटे भल आंसर रहइबो काने सेतरे किछि डाइल्यूशन रहउ माने डुअलिटी रहउनी कि सेही क्षेत्र रे आमे सजेशन कर परिबो ओके यू कैन कंटिन्यू
बाकी सब हम जदि देखिबा तमर कम्युनिकेशन टा ठीक अछि ओवरऑल नॉलेज आउ टिके पढ़ा पढ़ी करबा पड़िबो सोशियोलॉजी ज्योग्राफी रे तमर ऑप्शनल रे भलो नॉलेज अछि जनरल नॉलेज ऊपर टिके पढ़ा पढ़ी करो सर वॉइस मॉड्यूलेशन ठीक अछि टिके सुनो टिके अटेंटिव है कि टिके सुनी की तापर ही आंसर दियो अधा सुनी की एंटर करो आंसर टिके बहुत करी बाकी सब ठीक अछि कि मु पुणी थरे कहूजी ए जो तमरो सिलेक्शन टा ओएफएस सिलेक्शन आफ्टर हैविंग 6 ईयर ऑफ पुलिस सर्विस अब तमे जो इन्वेस्टमेंट कथा कहू ते कथा कहिबो या कहिला हमहु सजेशन करछु ओके ठीक है आउ कोन से मोर इंटरेस्ट अछि इन्वेस्टमेंट ସେମାନେ ଭାବିବେ କି ତମ ଫାଇନାନ୍ସ ସର୍ଭିସ ଜଏନ୍ କରିବ ବସିକି ଇନଭେଷ୍ଟମେଣ୍ଟ ଜଏନ୍ କରିବ ଯେମିତି ଇଣ୍ଟରେଷ୍ଟ ଯୋଉଟା ଅନେଷ୍ଟଲି ସ୍ପିକିଂ ଆମେ ଏବେ ତମ ପାଖରେ ମାନେ ରିଫର୍ମ କରିବାର ଚାହୁଁଛ କରିବାକୁ କିଛି ନଥିବ ତାପରେ ଗୋଟେ ଭଲ ଆନ୍ସର ବାଛିକି ତମେ ରେଡି କର ଅଲ୍ ଦ ବେଷ୍ଟ ଆଇ ଏମ୍ ଗିଭିଂ
No,
40 ଆଉଟ୍
ସେମିତି
ଅଫ 80
ହଁ ସେମିତି ମୁଁ ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି ପରେ ଆମେ କନେକ୍ଟ ହବୁ କି ପର୍ସନାଲ ଯେମିତି ତମେ ରାଇଟିଂ କରିଛ କେମିତି ଯେମିତି ସ୍ପେଶାଲ ଆଚିଭମେଣ୍ଟ ରେ ୟୁ ହାଭ୍ ରିଟେନ୍ ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ବିକେମ୍ ଏ ଫିଙ୍ଗର ପ୍ରିଣ୍ଟ ଏକ୍ସପର୍ଟ ସେମିତି ନ ଲେଖିକି ଲେଖିଦବ କି ବିକମ୍ ଏ ଫିଙ୍ଗର ପ୍ରିଣ୍ଟ ଏକ୍ସପର୍ଟ you ଲେଖିଛ ବାय ପାସିଂ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆ ବୋର୍ଡ ଏକ୍ସାମିନେସନ 2020 ସେମିତି ଇଫ ଦେ ଆର୍ ଆସ୍କିଂ ଦେନ୍ ୟୁ କ୍ୟାନ୍ ଏକ୍ସପ୍ଲେନ୍ ଅଦରୱାଇଜ ଜଷ୍ଟ ରାଇଟ୍ ଦ ଥିଙ୍ଗ be crisp in your answer. Similarly, କିଛି ଜାଗାରେ ଯୋଉଟା ଜାଣିଛ you want to explain more and when you didn't know the answer you just stick to the like particular point. ସେମିତି ଚେଷ୍ଟା କର particular point ରୁ ଯେତେବେଳେ ପଚରା ଯାଉଛି detail then you can ask. ତାପରେ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ସଜେସନ କି ଯଦି ଏବେ ସଜେସନ କି ଯାହା ଡାଉଟ୍ ରହୁଛି you have the interview on which date
25 sir.
45 ମାନେ ବହୁତ ଅଛି ଆମକୁ ଦେଖ କିଛି ଯୋଉଟାରେ ଇସ୍ୟୁ ରହିବ ଆମକୁ ପର୍ସନାଲି ଆମେ ପଚାରିବ ମୁଁ ଆଇ ବି ଗାଇଡିଂ ୟୁ ହ୍ୱାଟ ଏଭର ଦ ଏକ୍ସପିରିଏନ୍ସ ରହେ ମାନେ ମୁଁ ଚେଷ୍ଟା କରିବି କି ଯୋଉଟା କମନ ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ ଗୁଡାକ ସଲ୍ଭ କରିଦେବା ପାଇଁ ଯୋଉଟାକ ଲେଖାରେ ହଉ କି ସର୍ଭିସ ହଉ ଏଇ ସର୍ଭିସ ପ୍ରିଫରେନ୍ସ ତମର ମେଜର ଯୋଉଟା କି ଲେଖନା ରହୁଛି ଓକେ ୟୁ କ୍ୟାନ୍ ଆଲୋକେଟ୍ ୟୋର ମାର୍କ୍ସ will be moving to another candidate Normata.
I am giving 45 out of 80 ତମେ ଆହୁରି ବେଟର କରିପାରିବ ହେଲା ପଢାପଢି ଟିକେ କର ଏଇ ଆନ୍ସର ଗୁଡାକ ଟିକେ ଭଲରେ କର ଟାଇମ ଅଛି ତମ ପାଖରେ ଓରିଡ ହବନି କି ଆମେ କମ ମାର୍କ ଦେଇଛୁ
ମାର୍କ ଦିଆଯାଉଛି ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି ଏଭରେଜ ଜାଣିପାରିବ କି ହଁ ଓଭରଅଲ ହାଉ ଲାଇକ ଅଦର has evaluated me ସେମିତି କହିବା ପାଇଁ ଓକେ ୟୁ କ୍ୟାନ୍ ଲିଭ୍ ନାଉ ନମ୍ରତା ୟୁ ୱାଣ୍ଟ ଟୁ ଜଏନ୍ ଜଷ୍ଟ
Okay, thank you sir.
Hello, sir.
Hello, good evening. Okay, Jyoti, you can ask. Vishwa, you are there. You can also join.
Sir,
Good
can
evening.
we start with Vishwa,
Ask,
please, because
yeah,
I have not prepared.
Yes,
because
yes.
I thought this number is also the same number that yesterday I took the interview, so I did not prepare. So
Okay.
give me 5 minutes, sir. After that, I'll please,
Yes,
Vishwa, please.
Yes.
Okay. So, sir, I will start, right?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, Namrata. How are you?
Hello, sir. I'm doing good.
Doing good. Okay, great. So, are you feeling confident? Because I think tomorrow it is starting, right?
Yes, tomorrow starting, but I have on 20th.
20th. Okay, you have still some time. So, great. Okay. So, I was going through your profile. It is good. It is impressive.
Thank you.
I will not ask conventional questions, but I will ask based on the profile. Okay. So I can
Yes.
see that you have worked for Infosys Limited for almost 2 years, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Infosys, like an organization, has a value system. So every organization has some value system, whether it is government or private. So there is something called Sea Life. Okay. Now, why I am asking this question? Because I also come from the same background. Okay. I was the campus recruiter for Infosys. Okay.
Yes.
So what do you mean by Sea Life? What is the, you have to expand it. What do you mean by C? What do you mean by LIFE?
Sorry, sir. I literally don't remember it all. See, like,
Okay. So Infosys Sea Life is like, our government's 5T. So C is for client value. L is leadership
yes,
by
sir.
example.
It has just skipped my mind. Like,
Okay. Can you tell
right now I'm not
IFE?
prepared.
Okay.
No.
Okay. You then prepare that. Okay. Second, then I would ask something else. Okay. You have worked in Infosys for 2 years and then you have worked as a revenue inspector. Okay, so this
Yes.
is very surprising to me because in 2021, right? Okay, you had appeared for the 2021 process, right? You joined in 2021 December, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, do you think it is a right kind of shift I mean, if you are leaving Infosys, somebody would guess that you will go and join a Group A service. I'm not saying that revenue inspector it's also a good service, but do you think you made justice in that shift?
Sir, I think I have made justice in this shift because I wanted to. The main reason behind me joining the revenue inspector service was to understand the grassroots level of revenue administration, and that is the main reason. Since I was interested in civil services, I thought this would give me clarity about the actuality or the reality of the grassroots level of revenue administration in Odisha. So that is the reason I left Infosys. The main goal was civil services.
Okay, okay. So as a revenue inspector, you have to tell me what were your 5 key responsibilities as a revenue inspector. Now let me tell you before you answer that. It is a very it's a great service because as a revenue inspector, you do all I mean all the kind of investigations, or you have to make an inquiry. So you are the person who does it. Okay. So you have to tell
Yes.
me what were your 5 key responsibilities.
Sir, as the profile says, my main responsibility is to protect the government from any illegal encroachment. Sir, going to
Illegal
the second,
encroachment. Okay.
yes. Sir, going to the second, I am responsible for revenue collection under my circle. So thirdly, I issue certificates, the several types of certificates like caste certificate, legal hair certificate, all this. And fourth,
You
sir,
do inquiry for that, right? Because the additional Tehsildar issues that, isn't it? You do only inquiry. You
yes, sir,
cannot issue it.
we make the inquiry and we submit the report to the Tahsildar or additional Tahsildar, and the report is submitted therewise. Nowadays, it is done in the e-district itself.
Correct. Service plus.
Yes. So,
What is the fourth?
in addition, we also check any kind of illegal sand mining. Like in my district, illegal sand mining is very, like my district is very notoriously known for illegal sand mining. We check that. Also, we look after illegal brick kiln, brick factories, all that.
Okay. Have you ever caught any, illegal sand miners or any truck carrying sand which doesn't have probably the rights, which have not obtained permission?
Yes, sir, we have. I have 2 to 3 experience in this matter.
Okay. Okay. So, fine. Then I would ask, okay, what is OPLE? OPLE Act.
Sir, it's Odisha Public Land Encroachment Act. Sorry, Prevention of Land Encroachment Act. Sorry, sir.
Okay, okay. Okay, in the, so the Tahsildar or additional Tahsildar, they issue caste certificates, right?
Yes, sir.
Recently, this time period. So there is a particular time period in which you will try to issue. Okay.
Yes.
What is the revised time period for the caste certificates?
So for caste certificates, it's 15 days. And for legal hair, we can take up to 30 days.
What is the time period for succession certificates?
Succession 30 days. Yes.
Okay. And in which case succession certificates are issued? So there is something called legal hair certificate and there is something called succession certificate. What is the difference between them?
So legal hair certificate is issued after death of the candidate, and succession is before death, I think.
Okay. So who can Tahsildar issue succession certificate?
Sir, I have to read on it. I'm not sure.
What do you mean by probate?
Sorry, sir. Probate.
Probate.
No, sir. I have
Okay,
to
okay.
go on.
Read about it. They might ask you because if you are already in, because you were part of revenue department, right? So
Sir,
probate
yes.
means if there,
Sir, can you tell me again? I haven't heard this program.
probate means if there is a will, okay, there is a will. Will is used for property transfer. So you don't know whether the will is correct or not. So normally they ask for a probate, like it has to be scrutinized, and the tahsildar can issue in some district, but some district they can skip. Basically, they say that you go to a civil court where it will decide whether the will is correct or not. So that is called probate.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so you have taken computer science in your engineering, and you have done also MTech in that, and I can see you have very good percentages. Now,
Yes.
see, I believe I have been also seeing the market. There, if you talk about opportunities in computer science, there are plenty of opportunities, and if you keep switching companies every 2-3 years, you can get a very good salary also. Why do you want
Yes.
to shift from that computer science career to this career? Because that is very lucrative and you will have all the time opportunities.
Yes, sir. Sir, when I was in last year of college, I was attracted to civil services and I had begun my preparation even. But to have some financial stability, I joined computer science. I joined Infosys. After that, I kept my preparation. I continued with my preparation. So it was always civil services that inspired me. So irrespective of the lucrative offers, I am interested here. So also I would say most of the youth in our country are attracted to the service sector because of the lucrative offers, as you mentioned. But now that we have a rich demographic dividend, we need proper potential to channelize. We need proper administrators to channelize the potential of our youth. So I believe I can be I can use my potential in civil services.
Apart disconnect also. Okay. So, nowhere you mentioned that you want to serve people. That is most important thing. So, see, it is Odisha Civil Service. So, means serving people is most important. So, you have to tell
Yes.
that to the panel. Okay.
Okay.
You have taken sociology and public administration, right?
Yes.
Okay. So in sociology, there is somebody called Karl Marx.
Yes.
Karl Marx is there in sociology, right?
Yes, sir.
So Karl Marx talks
Yes.
about a class theory, right? So it is a two-class system. So one is proletariat and one is bourgeois. Can you
Yes.
tell me why the theory of Karl Marx is not applicable in the Indian society? It is few places it can be applicable, but in most cases it is not applicable. What might be the possible reasons?
Sir, Karl Marx is one of the thinkers who is known for his conflict perspective. Sir, he has always shown or highlighted the negative contributions of different social elements in the society. Even in his class struggle theory, he has highlighted the struggle between proletariat and bourgeois in the capitalistic world, and he has also envisioned that there will be an advent of socialistic society in the near future. Sir, in Indian society, we do not follow the capitalistic system. We already have a socialist system, and nowadays we have shifted to mixed economy. So
Okay.
we do not have the conflict between bourgeois and proletariat.
Okay. Okay, but we have conflict anyways. We have conflict, and I said ki in some places it is applicable. Well, where it is not applicable is, see, Karl Marx talked about a society which has two parts, haves and have-nots. But in India, there are other structures, like caste is a structure. So, for example, okay, or gender is a structure. Let us say there is a lady, even if the lady is rich, she can be exploited because she is a lady, because we are a patriarchal society. Similarly, the caste. Okay, so just because somebody is from a caste, that person can be exploited. So it doesn't depend on your class, whether you are a rich or poor. You can have stigma. The caste will come with you. So this is the reason. It is a very complex structure. But if you go to European society, it is just haves and have-nots. Okay, that is the reason.
Right.
Okay, what are the impacts of globalization on the family structure in India?
Yes, sir. Sir, India is believed to be a society with rich culture and tradition. With globalization, the Indian market and Indian society has been open to Western cultures. Previously, as marriage and family was considered as sacred and unbreakable in Indian society, but now that we have been exposed to Western society and modern thoughts, modern rational thoughts, that is the reason we have seen growing instances of divorce and single parenting and nuclear families. All these structures are recently seen in Indian society as a result of globalization. Sir, also I would like to add, in India, globalization has increased the economic opportunity for women in the family. So when they are becoming economically independent, they are not willing to tolerate any kind of injustice towards them.
Okay. So you didn't say about that, so it is a joint family structure normally in India, but it is moving towards a nuclear family structure, right?
Yes, sir. I just mentioned nuclear family. I didn't say
Okay,
joint.
okay. I might have missed. Okay. Sir, how much more time I have?
Like you have been exceeded. You have been exceeding your time limit. I will be asking, and Jyoti will be asking. Like after that, we will be evaluating. You have
Then
to.
sir, continue करिए or my time is over.
No, your time is over.
Okay. Sure. So you next person will ask questions.
Okay. After a few minutes, we will be evaluating. Okay, Jyoti, you can continue.
Okay. Good evening, Namrata.
Good evening, sir.
Okay. What I saw from your CIA, you had a very bright career. Almost 90% you have achieved. But why are you interested to join civil service and other services instead of pursuing academics or any other services?
Yes, sir. Sir, there are two reasons I have for this. Sir, first of all, being a native to culturally rich state like Odisha, when I hear news and reports all over India claiming Odisha is a poor state and deprived state, sir, this hurts my emotion. So I want to give my best towards eradication of such notion. And also, sir, secondly, sir, as you said, I have a bright career. I think I'll utilize my potential and all my resources towards development of our society.
So how will you use your knowledge in IT? If you have already worked in Infosys and as a revenue inspector in the civil service.
Yes, sir.
How
Sorry,
will
sir.
you use this?
What is the question?
Okay. How will you your experience in civil services?
How will you use your
How will
computer
you-
knowledge in this service?
Sir, today's today's era is the world of is an era of computer science or IT, we can say. So being a computer science graduate, I can contribute my knowledge towards digitalization, towards maintaining of data, and towards e-government. Sir, for revenue inspector, that experience, I have understood the basic grassroots level of revenue administration in Odisha, and I have also come across difficulties and hardships, and so I think I can use my experience in the civil services ahead.
So tell me, what are the most difficult situation are you facing while working as a revenue inspector?
Sir, the first thing as a revenue inspector, what I have faced is the lack of security for revenue inspectors. Sir, as we have to deal with, as we are the frontline workers, and we have to deal with illegal sand miners and different, and we have to issue caste certificates. There we have a threat of life even, sir, and we are not given police protection for that, because only tahsildars are liable to police protection, and revenue inspectors are given police protection, but under very rare circumstances. That is the first. And second, sir, I would say I have come across, I have faced difficulties in issuing caste certificates, but because people in rural areas, they're unable to understand in what ground they would be issued certificate. Sir, I would like to give an instance. There was in my circle, there was a lady who was converted, who was Hindu earlier. She was converted to Christianity, but she was also claiming SC certificate. We do not have such rule. We have a rule that when an SC is converted to Christianity and Hindu SC is converted to Christianity, then she will be given SCBC certificate. So there is such problems where people are not aware of what certificates they will be given.
Okay, Namrata. Okay, you belong to Nabarangpur district or you are working there? Your home
I
district?
belong to Nabarangpur district, and also I was working there.
Okay. Tell me about the culture of Nabarangpur district.
Okay, sir. So Nabarangpur district is mainly agriculture dominated, and it's also a tribal rich area. So the culture there is, we can see a very rich tribal culture there. We have most dominantly Gonds and Bhottadis in our district. Our cultural festival Monday is also world famous, and also the tradition is naturism, we can say. People are very rooted to the nature.
Have you heard about 5T initiative of the government?
Yes, sir.
Can you please explain about this?
Yes, sir. Sir, 5T stands for, the first T stands for teamwork, then time frame, third transparency, fourth transformation, and fifth, sorry sir, I just cannot recall right now. Sir, this is a initiative of Odisha government to bring transparency in the government system or in the government working system, and also to avail services easily to the citizens.
Okay. If your optional is sociology, what is social change?
Sir, any kind of change in the society which result out of sir, any kind of change which result any kind of change in the society can be issued as social changes.
Why the divorce rate in society is increasing day by day?
Okay, sir. Sir, divorce is breaking down of marriage in our society. So main reason why divorce cases are getting increased is the exposure to Western culture or modern rational thought, the first way. And the second, we can say that since economic opportunities of women are widening, they are not ready to take any injustice towards them. So third, sir, earlier marriage was considered as sacred, but as the thinking horizon has been increasing or broadening, so people are not ready to compromise in their life.
Okay. My last question will be, what is inflation?
Sir, inflation means, yes, sir. Sir, inflation means increase in the prices of goods and services.
Okay. How to control inflation?
Sir, we can control inflation by checking monetary policy. Sir, I'll have to read on this.
Okay, thank you. Sir, please continue.
Okay. Pratap, what is quantum computing?
Sir, quantum computing, sir, give me just 1 minute. I'll recall it. So quantum computing is the latest technology available in the IT world, in which we can store data or information in qubits. Qubits are quantum bits, which is different from the normal bits. Normal bits are available just in two states, that is 0 and 1. But quantum bits can be available in more, and that will be easy for storage of information.
Okay. What is blockchain technology?
So blockchain technology is also a latest technology in the IT, in which the data can be stored in a block manner. This will provide easier access and reliability. Sir, I'll go through this.
Okay. You have written that ODI authentic code, and on that in this regard,
Sir, I
I'll
have
be asking
omitted that authentic and
authentic. I
replaced it
know,
with
I know. You want to be okay. That's I'm not asking on that. I'm just asking about Pakha. So ODI food that is normally used for everyone. Do you eat Pakhala?
Pakhala, yes, sir, I love.
Yes. What are the ingredients or the ingredients of Pakhala and the vitamins available on Pakhala?
Yes, sir, Pakhala, the main ingredient is rice and water, and also we give for better taste. We can add curd and curry leaves and like fried curry leaves and that sir poncho futana, which is there, which consists of fenugreek, cumin, black cumin,
Yes.
mustard. All this we can add to that for flavor purpose. So what are the vitamins? Did you ask vitamins?
Yes.
Sir, as far as I'm concerned, carbohydrate is the main thing, and vitamin, I'll have to look at it.
Okay. What is your idea on feminism?
Sir,
How do you see
feminism is a school of thought in which it is considered that females have been oppressed historically and socially. That is the reason they keep on arguing, or they keep on demanding for rights of females.
Okay, that's okay. They are demanding the rights of women. Okay, why actually in society? Why in every society, mostly in every society, why women are demanding the rights? What is the reason? The basic reason?
Sir, there are several reasons. If we go structure wise, the first will be historical reasons. Historically, in every society, may it the Indian society or European society, and in and we can consider any religion, women have been the victim of suppression. Secondly, they have not been given proper education, or no steps have been taken, or very rare steps we can say have been taken for the social development of women. That is social reason and historical reason. Yes, sir.
Do you think health is a major issue that drag women behind the men? Means that prevent the woman as a equal partner to the society.
Sir, actually, men and women are on equal footing. But if we say health, sometimes it acts as a barrier, because women have women have been associated with reproductive system. So that is the reason the menstrual cycle and the pregnancy, sometimes it poses as a barrier in their career development, and prevent them from taking part in the society in an active way.
Okay. You haven't opted Odisha Police Service in your of preference. Why?
Yes, sir, I do not meet the height requirement.
Okay. You don't meet the height requirement.
Yes.
Okay. If you become OS, then what will be the first step? Means you suddenly became the Tahsildar of your own RI division. What will you do? What will be your next step?
Sir, I have seen in my circle, people feel very isolated, and they feel detached from the administration. They are shy to take part in any process of administration, and they are not even ready to take their matters to the in administration. Like they make their own panchayat, and they try to solve the issues, which is not always correct. So I would spread awareness, and I would try to understand their problem and their concern, so that they will not feel they are detached from administration, or they will not feel they are not a part of this state.
Okay. Okay, that's it from my side. One last question: what is game theory? Have you gone through game theory on public administration?
Game theory?
Game theory.
No, sir. I'll read up.
Okay. Okay, that's it from my side. We together. Okay, what I observed from your interview, that you have a good communication skill and you have a good knowledge also. But the negative thing, what I can tell, there is not that much negative means the lacuna you have. But in terms of what I told about the health is a major issue. Health is normally the major issue that prevents the society. In basic level, health being as you said later on, like a reproductive system that is involves many more things. So that is the one of the major issue that makes female for example, female being a lower in their strata, means men becoming a dominating in a society. That is a reason. So you can tell the historical other reason, you can tell health issue you can mention also. And
Okay.
other thing, as you told, like OPS, most of the question will be asked probably from your Tahsildar and career as Biswa took interview in that perspective. That will be asked most probably. I have asked only on Odia and Odia thing and a few other questions. And from my side, it is okay. Like when you didn't know and you didn't answer, you took a pause and you answer. That is okay. That's okay for everything. Like it will be appreciated. From my side, it will be
Sir,
out of a yes.
Sir, I have not been asked about any special achievements. Maybe you forgot that section.
Yes, yes. Special achievement, I can ask. Actually, you have been like another guy is there, so we just want to
Okay.
conclude. Okay, but I can ask you, like, what a house captain in your school. I can ask relate to the housewife thing. I wanted to ask housewife. But do you think housewife in our society is getting like getting justified in to their job, or the economic benefits they are getting?
So sorry, sir.
Housewife, like you have mentioned best house captain in your school and published the Nobel. Nobel earlier we have asked you on the Nobel perspective. On house captain, with that house captain, I can ask housewife. Housewife being a sociology optional student, I can ask relate to the housewife. Housewife is also house captain to this like society also. Means in a home, the housewife is the captain. Mostly he is regarded as a captain. So we can relate to that. And Nobel and English literature, mostly the members will be reading the Odia literature. They can ask you with that perspective, have you gone through this literature book? And they have gone in detail. You cannot like guess something like that because they are probably the older people. They have gone through each and every book. Most probably they have gone through a few of the literature books. So if you are giving the answer, you need to be like you need to have a clarity. Do you know? Otherwise you can skip. Otherwise you can tell that I don't know. And on English poem you have mentioned, and they can ask why not Odia poem. You being authentic, or you want to serve the people. You mentioned that you want to serve Odisha and you want to improve Odisha economic structure or poor status. You want to remove the notional like notional norm of Odia as a poor state. So on that regard, you can like they can ask if I think the literature they can ask you, and if you know, you can answer. Otherwise, not. And on that regard, that is okay. I haven't asked much, but from my side, it's okay. You have a good talking quality, fluency is so good, and in your answer giving technique, you have also justified yourself. But most of the question will be from my side. Most of the question will be on that regard. You to on your CIF what I'm looking, the job you left and you want to enter again. Why? That will be the first priority. Whoever checks the thing, that will be question. Second thing, if they are also like most of the members are into literature. In you have written literature. If they are asking, you need to know. Otherwise, you can skip. Otherwise, they don't bluff there, so that will be
Yes.
good for you. So my side, out of 80, I'll be giving 55,
Thank you.
and it's a good score.
Sir, is there other candidates are there, or we can take for another
Anup
time?
is there. Actually, Anup is about to give his interview probably tomorrow. He is asking me, so he can come. Actually, he is about to.
Good.
Yesterday he missed the interview. He was telling that can you? So if I'll be asking
That he
Anup
will be
again.
reaching Bhubaneswar tonight. So tomorrow in the morning, even if you can arrange, then he will be able to attend.
Okay. No, he is like he was telling. So I'll give. He was telling I will give.
Okay,
Because he has
Namrata.
his interview day after tomorrow.
Day after tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, Namrata, you might get some questions regarding your achievements and your special hobbies regarding like writing English poems.
Yes.
What type of poems do you write?
Sir, I write free verse poems.
Sorry, can you explain that?
Yes, sir. Sir, free verse is a style of writing where you do not consider any rhymic quality or any kind of ballad. You do not add that. You write on your free will.
Okay, who is the best your favorite English writer?
Sir, as I am interested mostly in poetry, Rudyard Kipling is my favorite writer or poet, I would say, and his poem, if it inspires me a lot.
which poems of Rudyard Kipling you like most and why?
Sir, it's a poem called If by Rudyard Kipling. If, sir.
What
If.
and why? Why?
Sir, because I think it's an inspirational poem. In the poem, the poet has given several circumstances, and he has also mentioned how to conduct in such situation. So once you achieve such qualities, or once you inculcate such qualities into yourself, then you'll be able to have the world at your fingertip, and you'll be considered as a valuable human being.
Do you follow any Odia literature?
Sir, I have read a few poems in my schools, and also I have read a novella of Pratibha Rai, which is Aparijita. I do not have much knowledge, but I am aware of some of the poets and authors of Odia literature.
Okay, Vishwa, you can Jyoti, you can conclude. We'll be taking Anup. Anup, are you there?
Okay. Okay, sir. Okay. Okay, Namrata, you are a good candidate. Your communication is good, knowledge is almost good. You might have to read some little bit about current affairs. When is your interview?
20th.
20. Okay, I am giving 60 out of 90 to you. You can
Out
do
of 90?
better than this.
Out of 80, you need to, because most of the questions are asked by Vishwa. So that's why he can,
Okay.
he will be giving out of 90.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I have given out of 80, and you can give out of 80.
So out of 80, I would like to give you 56.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So,
All the best.
So Namrata, I would like to give you 65 out of 90. Okay. And I feel that you are confident, your communication skills are also good, and you will do well. I mean, I'm very confident. A little bit here and there is okay, because it is very difficult to ask a lot of questions. I mean, the actual interview will be almost for 15-20 minutes. So keep your resume crisp. Don't overload with a lot of information, so that it will be very smooth. If you write a lot of things,
Sir, like, what can I omit here, sir?
no, sir has already told you. No, Bhoi sir has told you. So hobby is one. Okay, so keep minimum information, and it would be
Sir,
good.
I have mentioned two hobbies and two achievements. Shall I make it one?
Achievement you can keep two. Hobbies you can keep one, whichever you are confident about. Okay.
Yes.
So all the best.
Thank you, sir.
How? Okay, you can leave. Anup, you can join.
Yeah.
When is your interview?
Good evening.
Good evening.
16th.
Good evening.
16th. Okay, that will be the first
Yeah.
first date for interview, right? Otherwise, tomorrow. Tomorrow it starts.
16th is the first day.
Okay.
So
You wanted
notes-
yesterday. Wanted to make.
Yeah, I was traveling it.
Okay. Are you feeling confident about your interview?
Hope so, sir.
Okay, I'm just starting CIF. Have you changed anything in your CIF?
CIF, you have suggested me, right? So I have changed that only.
Okay.
No major changes.
Okay. Okay.
So do you
Okay. So you can start. I'll be
Okay,
taking, asking that.
Okay. Hi Anup, good evening.
Yeah, hello, sir.
Good evening. So yours is on 16th, right? So it is like, okay, it is day after tomorrow.
Day
Okay.
after tomorrow.
Okay, so fine. Most important thing is keep it cool. Okay, take enough rest and go for the interview. Okay, so yes. Now I can see that you have worked as a area manager for 5 years. It's for which company?
It's a Chicago-based firm, Mars Wrigley. Like, if I can say the brand name Snickers, Double Mint Orbit.
Okay.
So those are the products which this firm makes.
Okay. And okay. If it is okay, can you tell me about what package you are getting there? If it is okay, if you can publicly tell, then only.
Yeah, I was getting above 20 LPA there.
Okay. Okay. So that is my next question. From that job, okay, which is at least from the compensation wise, it looks very good. Why do you want to join Odisha Civil Services? What are your motivation points?
So I would say from the beginning only there is civil service back of my mind. Like when I was a sensible and matured person, then I realized that end of the day I have to land my foot in doing some civil services work. When actually the main game changer happened when COVID arrived, and there were some unavoidable circumstances back home, so I have to shift back to my native place to take care of my parents. And then I realized this is the right opportunity what I have thought in my past. And at the same time I thought that the experience which I have gained in the organized sector, the private one, I can implement that in a better way in government sector too. So that was the only motivation which have dragged me into the civil services.
Okay. Okay. So again, you missed the same thing which Namrata had probably missed. So you have to tell that I want to serve people. Okay. That service should be included in your answer. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. And right. And if I see your service preference, it is OAS, then OFS and OPS. So why your first preference is Odisha Administrative Services? The next question would be, what an Odisha Administrative Officer typically does? Like if you have any idea, you would have heard from your friends. What exactly they do? What are their key responsibilities?
Yeah, so I guess I skipped in between. You asked me why you want to join Odisha.
Okay, first question is
The
why.
first preference.
First question is why Odisha Administrative Services? Okay, because that is your first preference. Second is, if you have any idea, what are their key responsibilities? I mean, what they exactly do. Okay, I want to hear from you if you have any idea.
Yeah, Biswa, like as I have already narrated that ever since I was a sensible and mature person, my moral always boosted me to do something for the society, for the poor, for the needy. Like being a native to rich tribal dominated population where I come from, I have seen there are some barrier has been posed in development of the state. As I believe in inclusive development, which says "Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas." This is the only way I think. Whatever I have been thinking of serving the people and allocate the resources to the needy via me is a better opportunity that this service will give me. And coming to your second question, Odisha Administrative Service. Majorly there are two posts which a Odisha Group A or cadre gets. One is Tahsildar and the second one is BDO. That is the maximum post I have been come across, like wherever I have met my friends. Tahsildar being the chief officer of revenue collection, and a BDO helps in developing developing and what in development work of a block. majorly.
Okay. 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 So basically, they have diversified fields. Okay. So they can. So their
Right.
administrative. So it is not just revenue. They can be in administration. They can be in multiple things. Okay.
Right.
So, okay. Do you think you know AI, artificial intelligence, right?
Yes, I know.
Huh. Do you know how, or you can, if you can suggest how AI can be used, okay, in governance, in making the governance better? And you have to give some examples in which way that can be used.
Yeah, so I'll quote an example directly here. As a simulator or as an artificial intelligence, what it exactly does, it doesn't require any human intervention in between. The connection is lost. Hello.
No, no, I'm
Yes,
there,
yes.
I'm there, I'm there.
Yeah, so there is very less human intervention required in artificial intelligence. So you have asked me to quote an example. For example, if a person in a tahsil needs a caste certificate, which is valid for only 3 years, right? So in order to apply for a renew, artificial intelligence can be used here. Cause after third year, the person doesn't require any kind of recallment. But artificial, if we have AI as a medium, it can automatically generate and send a renewable document to that person. So this is one example. In that way, there are many things which can reduce the burden of a person if you will implement AI as a medium in e-governance.
Okay. See, you can give some simple examples. For example, you know Chat GPT. Chat
Yeah,
GPT can
ChatGPT.
write mails. Chat GPT can draft a document. Suppose you have to pass an order. Okay. So Chat GPT can make an order. So you don't have technical or specialized persons. You can create it yourself. Okay. So these things can be
Right, right,
utilized. Okay. These are simple examples where you can create content without a content creator. The AI tools will do.
right. Less
Okay.
human intervention.
What are your
Zero human intervention.
zero human intervention? Yes. Okay. And okay, you have geography and home science as optional. Okay. Uh,
Right.
how your home science knowledge, okay, will help you to become a better civil servant?
Uh, as home science teaches us about the nutritional aspect, first thing. Second thing, it talks about the food intake, and it talks about how to take care of a child and the mother as well. And as the government is doing a campaign on illness to wellness, as there have been seeing some fatigue issue in the young age.
Okay.
So for me, home science is not a discipline; it is a lifestyle. So having said this, home science is a lifestyle. It actually maintain a person's lifestyle. So having studied this as an optional, I believe this will help me a lot in taking this discipline as a career in way forward.
Okay. Okay. You know Millet Mission, Odisha
Yeah, I
Millet
know.
Mission. Okay, so the government is promoting millet and its related products. Okay, because it has a lot of health benefits. Okay.
Right.
Now, but you know, normally if you go to a, let us say Reliance Fresh, if you go to a any kirana shop or any private bakery, you will not find millets. Okay. So, do you think we lag anywhere? Is there any, I mean, we have to do something more in marketing the millets? Because, you know, millet products you will see at the railway stations or in any government specialized shops. But the private
Right.
distribution is not that great. That's okay.
Right.
So, do you think we can work and on this? What are your strategy?
Sir, I believe Odisha Millet Mission or say India is promoting via UN that this is the International Year of Millet 2023. So the main purpose is to get burden out of the food security, first thing. Second thing, the nutritional aspect. And third thing, the farmers who are always on a burden of poverty, crop failure, and irregularity of rain. So these are the issues what this millet mission is all about. It is not about what nutritional benefit only it gives. Obviously, it have nutritional benefits, but including this, it even helps in reducing the poverty as well in the country. So I will say you have picked the right point. We don't see in the big banner chain outlets like Big Bazaar, Pantaloons, or any big store, but it is in PDS. Like government has started enrolling this product into the public distribution system. So every household in the rural India are a intaker of millet. But I feel there is a lack of awareness about millet in the urban sector. Because I have good knowledge and I belong to urban, still I know about millet because I have studied about it. But people doesn't have any time. So I think a proper awareness campaign in the urban sector, and every school from the pre and intermediate level, people need to get awareness about what nutritional value and what benefit millet can give in the coming future for the sustainable development.
Okay. My last question. So you have to tell your 3 strengths, okay, and you have to tell about your 1 or 2 weakness, and you have to also tell how you can convert those weaknesses into strengths.
Sir, I believe I possess leadership skills showcased during my college days and in my corporate job. I believe I am a good motivator because a team leader need motivation to control the subordinate and get the job done. Coming to my weakness, I think I have a poor emotional quotient, and I think it is good because until and unless you are emotional being, you won't succeed and you won't let people follow whatever you say. But why I said I have a poor emotional quotient, because over emotional is also bad, because if people will take you for granted, then that will be difficult for me.
Okay, so if there are 2 options, you have to go by either emotions or you have to go by law. And there is, so which one you will choose?
Sir, I will definitely go with the law, what it says. Then emotion will not have any value in front of law.
Okay. Well, the better answer would be you will go by emotions if it is as per the law. Okay. Anyways, it is your choice. Okay. So I am done. So good job. Okay. And after the interview is done, I'll give feedback.
Fine.
Sir, I have to ask some questions.
Yes.
My battery is almost drained. Okay. Good evening, Anup.
Good evening, sir.
Okay. I'll start from your hobby. As you mentioned that your hobby is football. So tell me why football is not so much popular as like cricket in India.
Yes, sir. I will not say it is not popular. It is getting popular. Like in some years, we will see football will flourish like what cricket is doing today in India. The main reason being, sir, what we promote from the grassroots level, that will only will catch up in the market. And in case of football, this has happened because there was only concentrated places where football is alive, like states like Kerala, Northeast, and few coastal states only play football. but the entire nation vote for cricket. And there is no better schemes being rolled out to develop football as a discipline. And second thing, the monetary benefit what cricketer get, that scope doesn't have for a football player. I think these are the reasons why football have not flourished till now.
Okay, Anup. You have mentioned about the leadership quality. So, what
Right, sir.
are the leadership quality do you believe in you are the best? What are the best leadership quality in you?
Sir, the first and foremost thing is that being a leader, you should always, in any kind of circumstances, you lead from the front. First thing. Second thing, if someone becomes failure, then you need to be an example to showcase that everything is possible in life. And third thing, whenever you are down moral or you have a bunch of team to support, at any circumstances, you are ready to be a good motivator. Like you need to cheer, you have the capability to cheer your team.
Okay. So, belong to Koraput. So, tell me something special about Koraput.
Sir, Koraput being the heartland of the state, it has rich, languorous, beautiful topography, I would say, and it is about to Eastern Ghat, and it borders by Andhra Pradesh and Chhattisgarh into the northeast and northwest region. And coming to the beautiful scenic Eastern Ghat, I would say that Koraput has the second highest peak, Devamali, in the district. Then there is Gupteshwar temple, which about the Shankar Bhagwan, Shiva. There is Rani Durma waterfall. And Koraput is also famous for the GI tag Kotpat fabric. It has Kotpat fabric as GI tag, and there is a push for Kalajira also, but it has not approved yet. And sir, after every harvesting festival, there is a national event which happens, which is called Parab.
Okay, nice. What is globalization?
Sir, globalization is something you does without going anywhere. Like for example, you are sitting here and you are operating your business outside the world. So you being local and making your product global is known as globalization as per my voice, sir.
How do you believe Ukraine war is impacting India?
Sir?
Ukraine war. How is Ukraine war impacting India? The war in
Sir,
Ukraine.
yes, sir. I got your question, but I have little vague knowledge, so I will read upon it, sir.
Okay. Just define Sino-India relationship. India-China
Sir, sir?
relationship.
India-China.
Sino-India or India-China relationship?
Sir, the relation between Indo and China is way back to the Jawaharlal Nehru time, where there were voice which goes on like Indo-China Bhai Bhai. That was the narrative scheme where we have been seeing there was a better relation between India and China, and India always stood for China in every step. But then there were down the line there were rifts happened, like there were Sino-India war has been happened, and if you'll go towards the 21st century and where we have said there is issues at the Ladakh region and Arunachal.
Anup, hello. Okay,
Sir.
I will tell you. What according to you is the major problem? Poverty or unemployment?
Unemployment, sir. Because with unemployment, poverty comes.
And what is ISA, International Solar Alliance?
Sorry, sir.
Okay,
I
tell me
read
something
up.
about World Environment Day. World Environment Day. And what is the theme of the year? When the World Environment Day is
Sir.
being celebrated?
Sir, World Environment Day, I know it. A day has been kept to celebrate and to encourage people to have sustainable culture in the earth, so that the upcoming generation can also have a peaceful journey in the coming future. But I don't know about the theme, sir.
Okay, no issue. How do you handle stress?
What, sir? Trees.
Stress.
Stress, yes.
How do you handle stress?
Sir, I just take a deep breath so that the oxygen will spread to all the part, and I feel that's the best thing to relax in the stress buster.
Okay, what are the major changes do you want to bring in your district when you become an administrator?
Sir, I believe the scheme which has been rolled out by the Odisha government is not reaching properly. So the first step I would do is let the schemes which have been done for these tribal people should reach them. Second thing, sir, no doubt the schemes are being rolled out, but there is very lack awareness about the schemes, like what actually the schemes or how it will get benefited. So awareness campaigns are required. Like there are free medicine being distributed, there are free dialysis, free diagnostics being happen, but people are unaware. So the facilities which are free of cost, and it is not reaching to the poor people who are in need. I
Okay,
think
how do you
on
balance
that
between
line I should.
family? Hello, Anup. Okay. How do you balance between family and work?
Sir.
How do you balance between family and work?
Family and work.
Sir, sorry, sir. I'll have a. I don't have a clarity on that.
Okay, how do you motivate yourself?
Sir, I skipped your question, I guess.
How do you motivate yourself? You being a motivator to the sales, like area manager, how do you motivate yourself?
Sir,
Okay, Anup, sir, my battery is draining actually. It is about to go down.
Okay.
So I'll discontinue. Anup, you are a good potential candidate. All the best for your interview. It is day after tomorrow. You are almost there. All the best.
Okay,
You don't have to do any
give me
changes.
Give me your remarks and your
Just
marks out of 80.
I'm just giving you. You are a good potential candidate. I hope you are going to make this time. And wish you all the successful career. Also, I'll hope to do. And I am giving 80. I am giving 65 out of 80. 65 out of 80 to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Just
you.
brush up some current affairs. Okay.
Sure, sir.
And
Sure.
go with confidence. Okay, you are there.
Okay,
I think. All the
Okay,
best.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Niranjan sir. I'm disconnecting
Okay,
now.
thank you. Good night.
Okay, good night.
Okay. Anup.
So, Anup, yes. Sir, I will share the marks now.
Okay. I'll be asking, but you can, if you are leaving, you can ask.
Yeah, okay. So, do well, Anup. All the best. Okay. Regarding marks, I will be giving you 65 out of 90. Okay. And be confident. You are fine, absolutely fine. So be confident. Okay. And all the best.
Thank you, Vijay.
Bye.
Oh,
Bye,
good
sir.
night.
Good night.
Good night.
everyone.
Thank you.
Good night.
Okay, okay. Anup, if you are missing this year, if you are not selected into this year list, then what can you do? What will be your next action?
Sir, incorporate a long vacant is a negative in my resume. So I'll join my where I was. Later, at the same time, I'll not leave appearing for the civil services because I am already into the study culture of civil services. So I'll appear, but I don't think I can give a full-fledged preparation to the civil services.
Okay. If you will be posted in a post where there is a political pressure, then
Yes,
what
sir.
can you do?
Sir, to be very practical, this is unfortunate that we need to face the political power wherever I get posted. So, sir, the main thing is, if you are doing something good for the people of your locality, I don't think any political power will influence my decision or whatever I do for the public.
Okay. What are the leaders that inspire you most? Who are the leaders, like
Sir,
Indian leaders?
Sir,
Yes.
Subhash Chandra Bose. Subhash Chandra Bose is a leader
Which
who
idea
inspired me.
of Subhash Chandra Bose inspired you most? Which idea? Idea or action?
Going bold on something. Never looking back attitude.
Okay, as you are telling, there is a class like political pressure in the post and going bold. I can like assume that you may conflict in the service.
No, sir. See, if we are honest in our doings and honest towards the public, and you are completely ethical towards your work, going bold is not a negative attribute to a leader. And obviously, there will be a class with the political power, but I will tackle that. I think so. I will tackle them.
So the question is how? Like if like yes, suddenly if there will be you being posted as a OS and there is a MLA in your region, so certainly they will influence. If there is a illegal land like illegal sand mining, or maybe like transport company wants some permit, so you like your office is delaying the permits, so they can pressurize you. So in that case, what can you do?
Sir, I will negotiate. I will negotiate with the local MLA that what better option can be withdrawn for a legal route to have some solution. And sir, if any class happens, then obviously my motivation and my leadership skill will put into action. But at the same time, I think I would respect the law and order which will permit at that time. But
Okay.
better I will resolve in the negotiation attribute come into that action.
What is modern monadnock? Geographical term monadnocks.
Yes. Sir, Monadnock is the last landform before the upliftment of a land. That was the last. That was the last landform exist before it get dissolved completely. The penny plain before the penny plain.
Penny plain and the monadnocks are different.
Yeah, before the penny plain,
Plain about
Monadnocks.
tank and the monadnocks by David.
Yes. Yeah. Both are same, sir.
David
Sorry.
theory talks about
Yes.
like
Both are same. Both are same.
what is multi-level planning?
Sir, multi-level planning is the bifurcation of work. Like there exists a planning in central, then there it comes to state, then there is the panchayat level, then gram panchayat level.
Then Gram Swala.
Gram Sabha.
What is conurbation?
Sir, conurbation is the bigger version of metro, I guess.
Bigger version of
Where metro, metropolis, sir. Bigger version of metropolis.
okay. When did the Panchayat Raj institution came into act in Odisha? First introduced in Odisha.
1993.
Okay. Tell me about geographical features about your district, home district.
So
Some of-
topographically, it is hilly and uneven, undulated plateaus. Sir, it is
The climate, soil,
yeah,
climate,
yeah,
soil,
soil.
and the
Yeah, we find red and yellow laterite soil in Koraput district. Coming to the climatic, agroclimatic, it is Eastern Ghat agro
not, I am not asking
it falls in
agroclimatic. I
that.
am just asking what is the type of climate you found. Normally, we found in that region. What is the? I am not asking agroclimatic region. I am asking climatic. What is the climate there?
Savanna climate, sir, like semi-evergreen to savanna climate, I guess.
Okay. How can you utilize that? How as a geography optional student, if you are given the chance to utilize your land or geography in your service, then how can you utilize that
Geographical knowledge.
geographical knowledge? How can you utilize your
Sir,
geographical knowledge in that?
Sir, being a geographical optional student, I know a geographical landscape where what kind of minerals would be found, right? So, being a civil servant, I would know that what in this particular topography, what kind of mineral resources are available. First thing. Second thing, knowing the climatic nature of my region, I would help in deciding the farmers or the head of the farmer union to cultivate those crops to be more focused, so that the farmer suicide can go down, and the loan or subsidies which we give that can be reduced according to the climate and the type of
Okay,
soil.
which type of agriculture you will promote there?
Sir, I think according to the Odisha Millet Mission, which doesn't require, like the millet doesn't require any kind of water requirement, and it can sustain up to 65-degree temperature. So I feel the first and foremost product I will promote is this one, millet.
The type of farming is called. This type of farming is called. What is less
Sir,
requirement of water?
sorry, sir, I'll read upon it.
What is laterite soil? Laterite soil you found in your region. How they form, like how they are formed?
Sir, they are the part history of sedimentary rocks only.
There.
They are part of sedimentary rocks.
Okay. Who is your like Bollywood? You have written Bollywood dancing, and which actor or which dancer you like the most? Bollywood.
Sir, being a dance passionate, I would say the best choreographer is Saroj Khan, according to me, who have recently passed away during COVID. And the second one is Prabhu Deva, sir, because he have only taken the dance into movies.
Do you dance? Yes. Hello.
Prabhu Deva, sir. Yes.
No,
Hello.
do you dance?
Yes, sir. I dance.
Okay. Like, what are the benefits that dance gives to a person, to individual?
Sir, first thing, it reduce your stress. Second thing, it control your body activities. Third, sir, it keep you fit.
Okay, that's it from my side. Your own interview is over. Okay, I will ask. What I have observed is that sometimes your word choice is sometimes different. Like you told Visual, I land my footing into civil service. It's like you are telling land my footing, and means it is some type of like you choose the word, different word, not the normal. I'll just justify. I'll be providing service
Yes, sir.
like civil service. So this will be
So,
a normal answer.
I
I
was
learn
in
my
search.
footing with you
So
feel
I
like
was
you
in
are
search of word. I was in search of word. I said this. I said
okay.
that.
No, that type of word I felt this type of word can make the board look board जो माने member थिबे सेमानकु केले माने सेमान disappoint न हुआ दरकार. So that will
No,
be the
no, no.
reason. You are telling that you will land as a land your
No, that
footing
was
like
by
lot.
mistake.
So
I
that
said
is
by mistake, sir. Said
then another
literally.
thing that I have asked the political pressure. Political pressure देखो political pressure रे you need not tell about the class. Don't make the word class. Actually, being a political people are the representative of the people. You are serving them, so you need to be like polite. So you need to be like as you lastly mentioned that you will be abiding the law. That will be the final destination. Need not to mention the word class. You may, like in your personality you look like bold class and something like so that will make confusion in the board member. You can
Fine.
suddenly erupt somewhere. So that is a problem. And the second thing, in term wise, you need to opt. Like I have asked Monad Knox, I've asked the conjugation, and sometimes the term specific answer is not good. So in
Okay.
that perspective, and you have a good personality. Whatever I have asked you, I have asked if you miss, then it was a good answer. If you miss the service, then you will continue as the livelihood needs to be maintained, and you can prepare simultaneously. It was a good answer. Overall, it is a good answer. Like you have a good oratory skill. You can also present yourself as you like. But from my side, these concern needs to be clarified. Needs to be like you don't
Fine.
make yourself above the board. And
Yes,
above
yes,
the
yes.
board, semane once the chairman will feel some
ସେଇଟା by mistake ବାହାରି ପଡିଲା sir.
ନା ନା ସେମିତି ମାନେ ମୁଁ କହୁଛି ସେଟା ଆମେ ଦେଖ ଆମେ ଏ ଯେ ମାନେ ଆମେ କହିଦବା କଥା କହିଦେଲୁ କିନ୍ତୁ ତମେ ମାର୍କ ପାଇଲେ ତମେ ପାଇବ ନ ପାଇଲେ ନ ପାଇବ ବଟ୍ ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି ୟୁ ନିଡ୍ ନଟ୍ ଟୁ
Right,
ମେନସନ୍
right.
ଏନି ଟାଇପ୍ ଅଫ୍ ଥିଙ୍ଗ କ୍ଲାସ ଟା ବି ସେମିତି କ୍ଲାସ ହଉ ପଲିଟିକାଲ ପ୍ରେସର ଏନି ଟାଇପ୍ ଅଫ୍
ଠିକ
ରଙ୍ଗ
ଅଛି.
ଥିଙ୍ଗ ଡାଇଲେମାରେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ତମେ ଗୋଟେ ରଙ୍ଗ ୱାର୍ଡ ଯେମିତି କରପସନ ଇଜ ଏ ରଙ୍ଗ ୱାର୍ଡ ୱାନ୍ ଅଫ୍ ମାନେ ମୋ
Right, sir.
ଏକ୍ସପିରିଏନ୍ସ ରୁ କରପସନ ଜଣେ ୱାର୍ଡ ୟୁଜ କରିଦେଲା କି ଦେयर ଇଜ ଅଲସୋ କରପସନ କରପସନ ୟୁଜ କରିଦେଇଥିଲେ ବୋଲି ତାଙ୍କ ଇଣ୍ଟରଭ୍ୟୁଟା କରପସନ ବେସ୍ ହେଇଗଲା ଆଉ କରପସନ ଦେଖେ ହି କ୍ୟାନ୍ ନଟ୍ ଜଷ୍ଟିଫାଇ କରପସନ ହାଉ କ୍ୟାନ୍ ୟୁ नो देयर इज ए करप्शन सो इन दैट रिगार्ड द ଯୋଉଟା ଇଣ୍ଟରଭ୍ୟୁଟା ଫୁଲ ହେଇଯିବ ଖରାପ ହେଇଯିବ ନା ତ ୱାନ୍ସ ୟୁ ମେକ୍ दैट स्टेटमेंट लाइक क्लास ଓ କରପସନ କି ଯେକୌଣସି ଗୋଟେ ହାୟର ଟର୍ମ ବା ଯୋଉଟା କି କ୍ଲାସ କରୁଥିବ ଏଥିକାଲ ଭ୍ୟାଲ୍ୟୁ ସହିତ ତ ସେତେବେଳେ ସେ ଯଦି ସେମାନେ ଚାହିଁବେ ସେଇ ମାନେ ମୋଡରେ ନେଇଯିବେ ତମ ଇଣ୍ଟରଭ୍ୟୁଟା ତ ଇନଡାଇରେକ୍ଟଲି ତମେ ଯେତେ ପ୍ରିପେୟାର ହେଇ କଲେ ବି ସେଟା ପଚାରିବେ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ହଉଛି ଯେମିତି ବେସିକ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚନ ରେ କୋରାପୁଟ ରହୁ ଯେମିତି ଡ୍ରାଏ ଯୋଉଟା କି ଟ୍ରାଏଲ ଆଣ୍ଡ ଫାର୍ମିଂ ଯୋଉଟା କୁହାଉଛି ସେଟା ଟର୍ମ
ସେଟା ଠିକରେ ମନେ ପଡୁନଥିଲା ମତେ.
ମୋନାନକ୍ସ ଟା ହଉଛି ଡାଭିସ ବ୍ୟାଙ୍କ ର ଯୋଉଟା କି ଲାଷ୍ଟ ଇରୋଜନ ର ଲାଷ୍ଟ ଷ୍ଟେଜ ସେମିତି ପେନି ପ୍ଲାନ ହଉଛି ବ୍ୟାଙ୍କ ର ଏଟା ସେମିତି ପଚାରି ପାରିନି ମୁଁ ଏମିତି ପଚାରିଦେଲି କି ଯେ ୟୁ ବିଂ ଜିଓଗ୍ରାଫିକାଲ
ନା ନା ମତେ ମନ ଥିଲା ମୁଁ actually confuse ହେଇଗଲି ମୋନାଡନକ୍ ଆଉ ପେନି ପ୍ଲେନ ଦିଟା ଅଲଗା ଆଉ
हाँ ना एक्चुअली वार्ड रे तमर टिके टिके पुरा तरसी कोनी इफ यू डोंट नो देन यू कैन टेल दैट सर आई एम जस्ट नॉट रिकॉलिंग नाउ सो आई कैन तो एमती कहि दे पारे स्किप करि पारे काहे ना देखो नॉलेज दे कैन नॉट जोटा कि इवैल्यूएट ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ नॉलेज जदियो तमे अधा एटलिस्ट अधा रो अधिक कहया दरकार बेसिस ऑफ नॉलेज रो कहबेनी बस बेसिस ऑफ बिहेवियर तुमको कहबे बेसिस ऑफ बिहेवियर जो जिंस क्लास सिस्टम हो जे कोन जिंस एमती लीडरशिप क्वालिटी कहिचो how can you inculcate your value into the system and mentioning any term सेथिरे कहबो चेष्टा करबो सेटा मोस्टली होम साइंस रो भी पढि जो काना मोस्टली जदी लेडीज मेंबर जने थिबे से होम साइंस रो पचारि परंती आ से किछि देख पजे तो से गुडा चेष्टा करियो these are the recommendation I will be giving you 50 out of 80 दिस इज माय
Okay, sir.
कहना जिनस होची कि जोट जोट के चेष्टा करे देखो ओवरऑल वी आर गिविंग गुड मार्क्स ये जने 170 180 पाउचे गुड मार्क्स किंतु रियली इफ यू वांट टू स्कोर मोर ना तुमको सब क्षेत्र रे तमे जहा करी लागो कि इन योर मेन सेंसर राइटिंग जे तुम भलो बहुत कर देथियो मैटर करिवनी किंतु जदी तुम मैटर न करजी ताले एटा इट इज लाइक फॉर नम्रता आल्सो इट इज लाइक स्पीकिंग पावर अछि ना हेटी प्रेजेंट करि परियो बेटर कहना जने राइटिंग रे जते भलो लिखिथिबो अरे सेतल तमे लिखि देई पारो किंतु तमे जे एबे प्रेजेंट करियो बेटर टिके मार्क रही परियो यू बीइंग ए कॉन्फिडेंट कैंडिडेट यू कैन स्कोर बेटर मार्क आई विश यू विल बी स्कोरिंग बेटर मार्क तो सही चेष्टा करो कि किछि किछि जगह रे आ काली तुम से सजेशन हिसाब रे काली देखो काली तुम गैप दिया होची पर दिन तुमरो अछि तो काली जदि
हाँ
तमे
सर
नौच कोनोसी जगह रखिथिबो सकाळो जदि रखिथिबो संध्या बेलକୁ रखिबोनी मेंटली फ्री कर किछि जिंस नुआ नुआ पढिबोनी आइडिया पर काम करो ता पर दिन दियो बेसी स्ट्रेस जिंस नबा कथा नु कि जोरा के हबो हबो काइना ऑलरेडी यू हैव प्रिपेयर्ड वेल तो चाहे बेसी किछि नुआ कि मॉक देले हेइ जिवो मॉक रे एटलीस्ट तो बेसिक वैल्यू गुडा का जाननो बुझ पाछो बेसिक रे कोन क्लास होउची से जिंस हो जानि हो कौन कौन क्वेश्चन पर बट क्वेश्चन बेसिस रे कहबन जे एई क्वेश्चन ता पचार देले मु जानिनी से क्वेश्चन रे मु करिवि माने प्रिपरेशन से बेसिस रे क्वेश्चन न करिकी बेस बेस आइडिया रे काम करो बेटर रहइबो आ लेटर ऑन जदी काली तमे मॉक केने रखिथिबो ताले सकाळु रख बेळोली पाखर रखनी ता परदिन जाय किछि रखनी चेष्टा करो कि बी कॉन्फिडेंट यू विल बी क्लियरिंग दिस दैट
ठीक
इज
ଅଛି
आवर आइडिया हो आमे जोडे